Facing a difficult hurdle in Beatrice tonight, visiting the 9-1 Orangemen, and Beatrice proved to be an unruly host early on. Jason Ideas throwing long, and Kenton Peterson hauls it in. The play covers 52 yards, and the Orangemen let it 10-zip. Shamrocks come right back, knocking on the door, but watch Zach Martin make the big hit. Fumble, and it's recovered by Nate Claybaugh, but the Shamrocks would battle back in the second half, and they squeak out an overtime win tonight, 24-23, in a thriller from Beatrice. Class B scores: Sydney 23-zip over Valentine, and Gretna in overtime over Elkhorn. And the Blue Hawks.
Greg, Friday, always a big high school sports day and a day to hand out an honor.
Prep Athlete of the Week, as we do every Friday. It's going to be a big weekend. College football, high school football, volleyball, you name it, pick your poison. Prep playoff action on the gridiron swings back into action tomorrow night, and still in the hunt for the Class B title is Columbus Scotus, which leads us to our 10-11 Prep Athlete of the Week, sponsored by the good folks over at Lincoln Telephone. The Shamrocks can dial up one of the most explosive ground attacks in the state, and leading the way is a senior who just won't go down. Steve Van Hoosen has the story.
I like to hit. I love to hit people. I like to make a big hit. I like football. It's a tough sport, but I'm not a very big guy, but I still like it.
Running back Jeff Herdzina only weighs 155 pounds. But the Columbus Scotus senior has run over and around defenders for almost 2,000 yards and 20 touchdowns this year.
There's big holes there. I mean, I'd have to say it's a total team effort. I mean, my yards are the team yards and my scores are the team yards, so I'd have to say it's more of a team thing.
Herdzina might sound like he's selling himself short, but he has created his own breaks this year. He is quick to credit the line at 6'2", 204-pound senior fullback Scott Sobota, who's opened some huge holes for Herdzina to run through this year.
Absolutely, that's my job. I love it too. It's a lot of fun to not only to run the ball and score the touchdown, but there's other things that have to be done before that can happen, and blocking's the key to the game, and that's what I love doing.
Sobota is also a legitimate running threat in the middle. That frees up Herdzina to pound away at the opponent at the perimeter.
He's got the qualities that a great athlete has to have, and that's a desire to be a winner. And he really is a very aggressive kid, and that's one of his major assets, is his toughness and get after it type attitude. He tries to run over people, and in fact that was probably one of the things that was critical about him, is the fact that he tried to run over too many people, and he just couldn't do it. And this year he's making the cuts, and that's what's getting the big yards in football games.
Herdzina enters the state semifinals averaging 8.3 yards a carry. But he'd trade to 2,000 yards, the 20 touchdowns, and all the other outstanding statistics he's put together this year for the Class B state football crown. Steve Van Hoosen, 10-11 Sports, Columbus.
So congratulations to Shamrock senior Jeff Herdzina, and best of luck to the Scotus football team from everyone here at 10-11 Sports and from the good folks over at Lincoln Telephone.